Hello, good day, everyone. Hello, good day, everyone. Today, you're welcome to my relationship channel, Relationship Weeks. And today, we're going to look at an interesting topic. And the topic is how to reset your finances after divorce. How to reset your finances after divorce. Oh, you all know when there is the divorce, there will be changes in the way we spend money, the way you consume things, and the way your financial status. You are going to make a readjustment to it. If not, it may affect you. Might go bankruptcy, you might go into debt and some other thing if you continue spending the way you are spending when you are married. And that is why we're having this particular video today: how to reset your finances after divorce. How do you reset it? How do you maintain a balance in your finances after divorce? So in this interesting video, we are going to gain from that. Please, I want you to drop a comment under this video, and at the same time, I want you to click on subscription button before I go fully into the video itself. So how do you reset your finances after divorce? So we're going to look at eight important points that we're going to make use of, that is going to help us to reset our finances after divorce. How do we reset our finances? How do we maintain a balance in our finances after divorce? So the number one point you have to follow is to understand your new financial situation. You have to understand your new financial situation. What are your financial situation? Or maybe your situation when you were married, you were living a flamboyant life, you were living in excess, and you have in abundance. But as a result of change in your status from married to divorcee, now you have to face the music, you have to face the problem, and that is how to make a readjustment. So you have to understand your financial situation first of all. How much are you earning per month? Or what is your income? How do you spend money, your expenses? So you understand your financial situations. Some things you spend extrally on, you make adjustments on it, and you cut some excessive spending that is irrelevant and is affecting your spending. So you can cut them so as to maintain a balance in your finances. So that is number one. Understand your financial situation. How much do you have in purse? How much are you earning per month? Maybe as a salary earner, or maybe you work on week, or you earn your wages, your salary. So you have to understand your financial situation so as to know how to reset your finance after divorce. That is number one point. Number 2 point on how to reset your finances after divorce is to create a new budget. You must have a new budget. What is your initial budget? Your initial budget per year. How much are you spending per month? So maybe in terms of buying food at home, paying your children's school fees, you are paying for electricity bill, you are paying for transport, you are paying for some other finances like that. So you have to create a new budgets for the way you spend money, the way you spend on daily basis, monthly basis, and yearly basis. So if you have this, it's going to help you. You create a new budget for yourself. Create a new budget, so you manage your funds, your cash, your money. So if you create a new budget, so that is number 2 point. And number 3 point on how to reset your finance after divorce is to separate financial accounts. You have to separate financial account. You must have a separate financial account. You can have a general account, and you can have a financial account. A general account that you can use in spending and buying, but financial account you use for finances. You can have the other account for paying of little bills. Maybe you want to buy some toiletries, you want to. So but your financial account has to do with your finances, daily finances, and some other things like that. So you create a separate financial account. From there, you'll be, when you want to spend on anything that relates to your finance, then from the purse you'll be, from the account you be spending. So you create a separate financial account. So that's number 3. Number 4 way on how to reset your finances after divorce is to undo debts and legal obligations. You have to undo your debts and legal obligations. What are your debts? Or maybe your debt, you are owing a debt initially, some debt you are owing, you are borrowing maybe from the bank, you are borrowing from an institution, you borrowed from some companies. So you have to settle those, you undo it, your debt and legal obligation. Maybe you can be paying small, small, little by little, so as to ensure that you settle the bills, the debt. So, and your legal obligations, maybe you are going through a court process in the divorce, you are spending and some other things. So, you go through the legal bargain, and from the legal, maybe the doctor, the court of law might pronounce that the property of your husband or the wife, it might be a sharing, or maybe in terms of maintenance fee, you will have to be paying some bills and some other things like that. So the legal obligation, we have to settle that. So that is number 4. You have to handle debt and legal obligation, legal obligations. So number 4. Number 5, we on how to reset your finances after divorce is to rebuild your emergency fund. Rebuild your emergency fund. You should be able to have an emergency fund. What's the meaning of an emergency fund? An emergency fund is a kind of fund that is needed in case of emergency. So in case of urgency, in case of you need it quickly, so you manage you rebuild your emergency fund so as to have a lot of money in your emergency fund. So in case maybe the child eventually falls sick, unprepared for, you know, maybe your child falls sick, you take him or her to hospital. So it's from the emergency fund you're going to bring money. Maybe you have an accident. Nobody pray for evil, nobody pray for bad thing, but at the same time it can happen. When it happens, so from the emergency fund you can quickly settle the bills. You can easily settle the bills. You encounter a problem and it's a matter of urgency, emergency, very fast, quick. So you have an emergency fund. From the fund you are going to settle bills that relate to emergency, unprepared for, unannounced. So you do that. And number 6 is to improve your income. Improve your income. How to reset your finance after divorce is to improve your income. What kind of income do you earn before divorce, or now that you are a divorcee? Then you have to improve your income. You can increase the time of your work. Maybe you work 2 shifts or 3 shifts a week. You can increase it to 4 or 5, or that your capacity can carry. So maybe you are doing 1 job, or you can increase it to 2. You can have other side hustles, like you can have other side hustles, maybe make money online. You can learn some digital skills, making money and some other things like that. So that will bring incomes from you. As a result of it, you have enough fund at time. So that is to improve your income. Number 6. Number 7 is to plan for the future. Plan for the future. You plan the next 5-10 years ahead of you. So in planning for the future, you can have a kind of savings. You can have a savings account that you deposit for, you invest into business, profitable business that will be yielding interest, for you, and from there you can be able to have enough cash. So, and you can buy stock too. You can buy stock. You can go into stock, buy stock if you know about it. So you invest into business that will bring you profit. So plan for your future. So it's very, very important, which is number 7. Number 8, the last but not the least, is to focus on your financial confidence. Focus on your finance. How to reset your finance after divorce. The number 8 is to focus on your financial confidence. What is your financial confidence? What is the confidence you have in finances? So you have to focus on it. Maybe your financial confidence is one of it is your salary job that do bring in money steadily. Maybe you have a business that is bringing money steadily. Maybe you are into business that is fetching you a lot of money. Then you have to do what? Focus on it. Focus on it. So as to you work hard more on it, so as to earn more. Maybe you are earning times 2 before, then you can increase it to times 3, times 4. So if you have enough cash, then you won't have a problem when you are a divorcee. But when you have your shortage of cash, you are in financial mess, financial debt, then it will be difficult to sustain divorce. So I believe if you go through these 8 points I've listed, you'll be able to have a good life after divorce. You'll be able to live a life of you wish to. You can be able to live a life. You can go for vacation. You can go on a travel. You can go for businesses and some other things. I believe you must have gained one or two things from the channel. As I've explained, I remain your relationship coach, Balogun Abayomi. If you really enjoyed this video, please click on subscription button and drop a comment under this video and click on like. Till we meet again, bye.